I am about 3-4 weeks before I am able to put every single seedling that I have growing back there outside. Here in central Indiana, we are a zone 6 now, and our last date, the average for the last frost date, is April 25th. So we're really, really close. But in reality, I wait until the first week in May to take everything outside just to be safe. But even now, 3-4 weeks before that, I am going to start a bunch of seeds that I'm going to show you, and also a few things that I got at the store. And I am going to give you a quick update of everything that is growing back there. Some of the things that I have here, like these lisianthus, they're doing amazing, but they need water here and there. And one of the things that I have been trying to do is that I let these lisianthus get a little bit on the dry side before I give them water. I started these lisianthus on December 27th, believe it or not. And this is only how far they have grown. They take forever to grow. So if you ever try lisianthus, give them plenty of time to grow indoors. This right here is a whole tray of geraniums. These geraniums are doing amazing. They're also slow to grow, but they don't compare to lisianthus. This right here is a whole tray of basil. I just potted up this basil that I started in the 6-cell trays. I am going to show you how big they were by the time that I divided them. I definitely overseed the containers, the little 6-cell trays, because I just like to do this with basil. I start with a bunch of seeds, and then when they're ready to be moved to a bigger container, I just divide them in 2 or 3 plants. And still I have plenty of plants in one container to be separated again. But honestly, basil has been working great for me this way since I started with seeds, and I am not going to change it. I have a whole tray of celosia. I just pot these up into this big 2.5-inch containers, and they're doing great. They still have to be here for about 3 to 4 weeks, so they will be pretty big by the time they go outside. I also have about 2 of these trays full of tomatoes. I finally potted up my tomatoes, and I am really trying this year to just grow as many as I need, just so that I don't end up with, 70, 80 tomato plants that I'll probably only use half of them. Also this year, I am using these new containers that are from Bootstrap. These are the 4-cell, and these are a little bit taller than the 2.5-inch containers. Let me show you the difference. They're a little bit bigger, just slightly bigger, but one of the reasons that I like them is that I don't have to use the insert that comes with the other ones. These guys right here, while they're bigger, they require an insert, and with this, all I have to do is put them like this, and they're perfect. Right over here at the very bottom shelf, I have some ginger that it's growing amazing, and I have all of my dahlias that I am waking up from the tubers, and they're doing great. Honestly, they are doing way better than they were last year, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see how they develop this year. Hopefully next winter, when I overwinter my tubers, hopefully they'll do a lot better than this year. But even though I lost a lot of tubers this year, I'm okay, because I still got a lot that made it. I have quite a few things that I started last week from seed, like some nasturtiums, some purple millet grass, some marigolds, and I also do have a few things that need to be potted up. It is a work in progress. I definitely do not do everything at once. If I have an hour or 2 to spend here, I try to do as much as I can, whatever the priorities are, and that's how I pretty much keep on track of everything. These right here are foxgloves, and they are doing amazing. They have been here since February 13th, and my goodness, I am very excited for this as well. It is funny to me how every year there is always something different in the garden. And it could be something that is the same for years in a row. And all of a sudden, one year, they are completely different. And that's the same thing with seed starting. The petunias that I have growing right here are so slow this year. Last year, they were really quick to grow. And that's why this year I waited a little bit longer to start them. Well, you never know. And these are my coleus, you guys. These are mighty mosaic coleus, and they're just showing off. And they definitely could benefit from being potted up, because I have plenty of roots here. I have two varieties of coleus, mighty mosaic, Viola sunset coleus. Look at that. They're very similar, but these are definitely going to be darker. Absolutely gorgeous. In one of my last videos, I mentioned that I was going to put these dahlia tubers in a little bit of soil just to see which ones were good to go, because I didn't want to waste a whole 5-inch container for each of these tubers. And I'm glad that I did this. As you can tell, some of these tubers have already sprouts coming through. So that means that this tuber is good. So what's going to happen here soon is that this tuber, is going to go in its own 5-inch container, where it's going to finish growing for the rest of the weeks. And just to be on the safe side, I already made an order for more tubers, different varieties that I don't have yet in my garden, just in case. For the seedlings that I have growing here right now, I really don't do anything special. I only fertilize a few of these mature seeds, like the geraniums, the coleus, the peppers, once. Why? Because I really don't need to. I don't believe that they need it at this point. I am using potting mix to start the seeds, to pot up the seedlings, and the potting mix that I use has a little bit of fertilizer in it. I really do not need to give them more nutrients. The only thing that I have to keep up with is watering. I bottom water everything. Because of my room is very warm, I do not use heat mats. I know a lot of you ask questions about how do you handle the heat mats. Normally, this room is between 72, 78 on average. I'm on the second floor. It faces the south side, so I really don't need to add any more heat. This is not the best light that I have at this moment, but this is going to have to do. This is pretty much all of the seedlings that I have growing right now. And I'm going to show you a few seeds that I am starting today, but also want to show you a couple things that I have. I am really liking these containers. These are not new. Actually, I didn't even notice that Bootstrap had this size in these 4 cell packs. I actually noticed Jessica from Roots and Refuge. She had something like this for potting up her tomatoes, and I thought, oh, those look like they could be from Bootstrap, and I check and they have them. So I have them in blue, and I ordered some more green ones. I really like them, and I am happy to say that Bootstrap is the one sponsoring this video. If you have been here for a minute, following my channel, following my seed starting adventures for the last 5 years, you know that I love Bootstrap containers. The whole idea behind their products is buy them once and you don't have to buy them again. If you're in the market for purchasing supplies for your seed starting, I highly recommend that you check them out. I actually went to my local nursery because I really wanted some Cosmo seeds. For some reason, I didn't order them this year, and I know that I saved them, but I just can't find them. And while I was there, I got these Canna rhizomes. Aren't these gorgeous? Look at that. I got 2 of these. I am supposed to have 4 plants. We'll see if I can get some extras. And also, because I was there already, I mean, why not? They had some tomatoes, and I know it is way too early to be buying tomatoes, especially here in Indiana, where I am not even able to put them inside until May, the first week of May. But let me show you this, guys. I just had to. These looked amazing, and they only had a few plants available, so I figure hopefully I can keep them inside. I definitely cannot put them outside yet, so I'm gonna have to keep them indoors with the rest of my seedlings. Hopefully they don't get huge. I mean, they still have a month. So these are going to stay here for a few more weeks. The plants look very, very healthy. We'll see. We'll see how they do. These are the seeds that I am going to be starting in the next couple of days. I got some of these Apricota Cosmos, and I am also going to start these guys here. The Southern Charm Mulane. I'm not really sure how you say it. This is the first time that I am starting these guys in my garden, so we'll see how they do. If you have experience with this, please let me know how you like them. I will appreciate it. And I am also going to start more Snapdragons. I already started a bunch of these Snapdragons about a month and a half ago. I am definitely going to start more because, you know, you can never have enough Snapdragons. And this is also the first time that I am going to start this grass, Savannah grass. Looks really, really nice. And I got this from Baker's, so hopefully we can get something close to that in the picture. And I also need to start some cucamelons, but for some reason I don't have seeds, so I am going to have to order them today from Baker's, and as soon as they arrive, I'm going to start those. I'm still 3-4 weeks before I'm able to take things outside. I'm really okay. I'm really okay with waiting just a little bit for cucamelons. And here in about 2 weeks or so, right towards the end, closer to the end of April, that's when I'm going to start melons, cucumbers, zucchini. I am going to start a bunch of zinnias, and I'm also going to start some sunflowers. Yes, I know that it said that sunflowers do not transplant well. Well, if you're careful, you can get them going indoors. They just require a little bit more of TLC. That's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed the update. If you have any questions about certain things, let me know. I have a lot to do here in the next few days. I have seeds to start. I have things to put up. It's here, guys. It's here. Things are happening. Things are growing. Flowers are blooming outside. I love it. Thank you for being here, and until the next time.